Hey guys, welcome back to Mountain Language. This is set number 6. Again, this is a reference for you to use throughout the week. If you have any questions, if you have any issues, you can always come back to my YouTube video to see if you need some help finishing off your daily practice. So let's get started. Question number 1, common noun or proper noun. So this actually names a particular month, which is the month of September. So I need September to have that capital letter, September. Okay, as a proper noun, it should have a capital letter to begin with. Okay, racing on to number 2. All right, write the singular or plural form of the word half. If I have one half, so I need now to make 2 halves. Notice here the F has got to change into a V. Once it does, I can add ES, and now I have 2 halves. For example, there are 2 halves in a game of soccer. Number 3, contraction. So, the 2 words that make up the contraction of shouldn't. Again, here is that other word that I can unpack, that I know that I have the word should. This here, if I took away the O to make the contraction, I'll put it back, and I should have 2 words now of should and not to make the contraction of shouldn't. Number 4, okay, the word is each. It's a kind of a peculiar one. The word's so short in itself, you kind of figure out why does it need to be abbreviated. But it does have an abbreviation. So if you think about quantities of measure, the abbreviation of each is EA. Number 5. Okay, so this idiom, or is it even adage as well if you want to tell it that way, but the early bird catches the worm. Remember, do not take this literally. This is figurative language. There is no bird, there is no worm. But if you apply it to situations where, if you are prepared, if you get somewhere early, if you've done some sort of preparation, you are going to receive a reward. You're going to get rewarded for your preparation. So say for example, if you stand in line early enough at a sale, you are going to be early for that sale, and the worm is now going to be the product or the thing that you wanted to buy from the store before everyone else got there. It might be if you went early in the morning to go for a walk, as I like to do. My worm in this respect is there's going to be no people to interrupt my peace and quiet in nature. So again, if you're early and prepared, you will receive a reward. The early bird catches the worm. Number 6, unplayful. So I need the prefix, base or root word, and the suffix. So I can see the prefix of un. I can see the root word of play. And then I can see the suffix of full to give me unplayful. The boy was unplayful because he did not want to join his friends. Number 7, the children of Brit. Okay, so when you have these possessions and it's possession of the subject, you can see the subject being Brit. You want to make sure that the reader understands that the children belong to Brit. They're her possessions. So this would be Brit, and here's my apostrophe S to show ownership, Brit's children. Now I know that the children belong to Brit. Okay, number 8, poised woman. Nice word here. So if you're poised, you can think of yourself as being someone who might not be flustered, or maybe someone who might not be put out of their normal routine. You know, you're going to be straight, you're going to have your mind about you. So definitely not fragile. Poised does not mean shy. So if I'm going to say same as underlined words, so the synonym to poised, if you are poised, you are going to be someone who is composed. So the composed woman was able to complete her task with ease because she did not panic. So she was poised and composed. She did not lose her head while she was doing her job. Poised. Number 9, mother was talking to you. So I need the subject of the sentence, which is going to be mother. The predicate, ask yourself, what was mother doing? So there's was talking. So yesterday, mother talked to you, past tense. Today, mother is talking to you. And in the future, tomorrow, mother will be talking to you. Number 10. Okay, here is our dictionary page. The guide words are engage and enjoy. And just looking through the list here to see which word goes in between the guide words. Looks like this en is common to all these words. So I'm kind of going with this third letter here. If I go through the third letter, let's see. So energy, do I ask myself, does E come after the G? It does not. It comes before, so I can't take the word energy. I'll now go to the word enlist. Well, I know that L comes after the G, but let's check it with enjoy. L comes after J, so I can't have the word enlist. I'll double check engine. ENG, so I'm going to the fourth letter. The I comes after the A, that's great. And now I come back to the third letter. The G comes before the J. Engine has to be the word that appears on that dictionary page between the guide words engage and enjoy. All right, halfway there. Let's see. Okay, these analogies. So make the connection. How do each of these words blow and trumpet relate to each other? So if I blow in a trumpet, it makes noise. Blow is the trumpet. So I need to blow to play the trumpet. What do you do? Well, you strum. What instrument am I strumming? This has to be a guitar. That's the instrument I play, or at least I practice and I attempt to play. But I need to strum in order to make the guitar have a sound. Same way I have to blow to make a trumpet have a sound. All right, number 12, grocery. If you want to put your hand on your chin, you want to clap this out. I know that I can hear 3 syllables. Let's see where the split's going to be. I have grow, because I have that long O. Here's sir, there's my other vowel, short E, and grocery, 3. I went to the grocery to buy some fruit. Number 13, my friend got many of Sue's jacks, excuse me. So they're playing jacks and it looks like someone's winning. And this is a messed up sentence, so let's do our editing and proofread this correctly. So I'll start from the left. Obviously, you need a capital letter. My friend got many. Okay, this sounds kind of clumsy. Yeah, my friend has many. Sounds much more concise. Sounds a bit cleaner. My friend has many of Sue's jacks. We're back to this question again of possessive nouns. But remember, this subject, this noun here, is someone's name, so that has to be capitalized, just like Brit's children. So I have Sue's jacks. Now this isn't the boy's name, Jax. She's playing the game of jacks, so... And as long as I have a period at the end of my sentence, let's read it again. My friend has many of Sue's jacks. This is how I would write this sentence correctly. Number 14, Jane always tells lies. Fact or opinion? Okay, so this kind of hinges to me on this word lies. What is a lie? And even the word always, does she always do that? And again, I can have debates over this, so I'm going to say that this is going to be an opinion. Okay? Jane always tells lies. Number 15. All right, doctor, tricep, walrus. Nice threesome here. Misspelled word, write it correctly. Looking over these, tricep, this is my arm, walrus looks good. I'm kind of having trouble with this one here. I like the first syllable here, doc, but this spelling is the correct spelling of the word doctor. The sound is now spelled with an O-R. Same as the word sailor. Doctor. Number 16. Okay, so this is a nice example of how spelling sometimes doesn't match up to the phonetics or the sound of a word. I have this word here, great. So it actually sounds like a long A sound, great. So this EA is going to make a long A sound. Let's check the rest. Fast. Nope, that's a short A. Aced. Waste. The AI does make that same sound, but the spelling's not the same, and this looks like the one that's going to trip me up. Let's check it. Eat. Eat. This is actually long E. Wheat. Even though it's spelt the same, it doesn't have the same sound. Waste has the same sound as the underlined EA in the word great. Number 17. Okay, in my answer sheet, it does say here that the word that does not belong out of this list is the word store. I was kind of racking my brain as to why store would be on their list, because store and grocery are kind of synonymous. The one I actually chose was the word bank. To me, if a bank just deals with money, and whereas a store, farm, grocery could deal with produce, could be things that you buy, whereas the bank just deals with money, that would have been my choice. Actually, the answer sheet says store, but either one of these two I will accept as the one word that does not belong between. I say it's bank. Okay, number 18. All right, ABC order. Looking down our list, guys, I'm going left to right, and I see that TI is common between all the words, so I go to the third letter. And looking at the third letter, I can see that D comes before G. So I'm going to sort out these two first to see which comes first, either tidbit or title. TIDA, well, A obviously comes before B, so my first word is going to be title. I'll take it out. Has to be that the next word has to be tidbit. Nice word, it's a small morsel of something. So I'm left with tiger and tight. The G's are the same, so I ask myself, does E come before H or H come before E? I know that E comes before the H. That would mean that tight is the last word on that ABC order. Title, tidbit, tiger, and tight in ABC order. All right, nearly there. Penultimate question. Write the word that means the opposite. So I'm looking for antonyms to this word, obedient. Okay. So looking through the list, if I'm docile, it means that you're kind of timid. You're kind of not very outspoken. If you're dutiful, and this is the closest to being obedient. I mean, you follow instructions. You do your duty. You actually do the job you're asked to do. So this word here, rebellious. If you're rebellious, it means you don't follow, you're not obedient. Rebellious would be the antonym or the opposite to the word obedient. Okay, last one, number 20. This doesn't really leave too much interpretation in terms of abstractions. Just remember that this word wild, I can't choose any domestic animals. So domestic animals are animals that you have in a farm that have been bent to man's will that we control. So things like dogs, things like cows, things like chickens that we keep within our own sphere, but instead of being out in the wild. So wild animals like bears, they're not tame. Things like tigers, not tame. Things we find in the jungle, we can think of our rainforest food chains. What do we have there? How about an eagle? Okay, things that we find in the wild into nature. I'd love to hear your examples. And again, guys, this is a reference. Please come back to it as you complete your daily work for mountain language. It's great practice, and I hope to see some of your responses to this week's questions. All right, thank you, guys.